Hello everyone, welcome to Code Conyo. So for today, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to invoke SQL statement using a nested query or subquery and complex queries. So when we talk about nested queries, obviously these are queries within a queries, meaning to say you have the outer queries and the inner, and then the inner queries. So with regards to that, there are actually certain scenario there are situations or scenarios that the um, basic queries are no longer parang working. So meaning to say, you really have to know, or you really have to combine all your knowledge or ideas on the underlying concepts about uh, what how underlying concepts about what will work or what will not, okay, or what is not going to work or what is going to work. So this time I'm going to show you some of the situations or scenarios that a simple queries might not work. Okay, so let's say for an instance we have here our table. Okay, and let's say assuming we don't know which pet is actually has the parang the youngest pet. We don't know which pet is actually the youngest pet, or we don't know which pet is has actually the the most expensive na price. So let's look into that one. Let's start with number one. So let's have here select pet. Okay, let's select the minimum na age. So we have here age from TBL underscore pet. So it is said to be that based on our SQL statement, we found out that the youngest pet has the age of 1. But we don't know which pet is actually what is the parang information of this pet. But if we try to look at our table, pet age, we have here 101, and then Tahir is the name, and then male, and then you have 235 brown, so on and so forth. So we can actually look into it by displaying its name, its gender, its type, so whatever is the type of that pet from TBL pet, okay, as well as of course the age, i-pin na lang natin ang age. So from TBL pet where pet, okay, age is equal to 1. Okay, so obviously we cannot do something like where mean pet age. So since we are not allowed to do that because it's an invalid use of aggregate function. So this is our best chance for now. We select the lowest pet kung kinsa siya using aggregate function mean, and then we found out kung kinsa na siya ang information. But that is not good, no? So that is not okay because um, that is basically not okay. Okay? But kasi what if there is a situations that there is a situation in along the way you're writing a script or SQL script, which is you have a millions of records and you want to determine all information about that particular pet, okay, which is the youngest pet. Don't tell me you're going to look for the minimum pet age, and but if there are two occurrences of that or two instances of youngest pets, okay, youngest pet, which is kung example lang na ay duha ka one, so which one are we actually going to look into? Of course both of them are the youngest pet because they have the same values. However, it's not, again, as I've told you, it's not a good practice that you do this because we don't know, okay? Like, we don't know here for now kung kanilang siya ang records, kaya ra i-manage. But what if there are now millions or let's say thousands or even thousands of records natin eh? So don't tell me we do this kind of SQL statement. So to actually resolve this kind of parang uh, idea of this one. So if we cannot do this where mean or having mean, something like that, we are going to try another one. So let's say from TBL pet, and then you have here mean pet age. So this one seems to be okay. It's working. It's actually okay. I mean, it's working. Yes, balik-balik na ko. But to think that if you're going to notice, instead of the name of that pet should be or must be Tahir and its gender is male, though pareha sila dog, male. But notice that the name is actually Anjun. But let's say if we're going to add one more, no, like the age of Anjun really. What is the age of Anjun? Actually, the age of Anjun is 13, not 1. So with this, with the aggregate function returns this one, which is tama. However, if you're going to combine it with, since aggregate only gives us parang single scalar value, so it's not going to return us with like mga further information or parang fields. Not dili siya inana na mag-work ang aggregate function. Okay? So especially min max. Now, how are we going to resolve this one? Na i-display lang nato si at this one is okay, physically right but logically wrong. So there are actually a lot of possible options. We can provide as many as solutions to this one, but it will depend on how much you actually grasp the basic SQL statements. So let's try to solve this one without using subqueries, okay, or nested queries. So to do that, let's have here pet name, pet gender, pet age, pet type, and let's have here from TBL pet, okay, order by, okay, we're going to order it by age, and then we are going to limit it by 1. So if we're going to limit it by 10, of course, obviously we are shown with the all pets and all pets in our table, which are parang the top 10 na youngest, no? So we have 1, 2, 3 because they are placed in order. Now, if we're going to only limit it by 1, there you are. We are actually able to display the name of the age, the name of the pet with its gender and its type and with its age. Okay, so which is correct. Okay, and this is by using without using aggregate function, only using order by clause. Okay, but this one has also limitations, and later on I'm going to show you kung sa limitation. Another solution could be we are going to use subquery for this one. So this is the time we use nested query for this. Okay, so we have here, so select pet name, pet gender, pet type, pet age from TBL pet where okay, pet age, okay, is equal to select. So this is now the subquery. So let's put this one right there sa baba. Okay, and then select, okay, mean pet age from TBL pet. Okay, so select mean pet age from TBL pet. So meaning to say, whatever is returned by this one, which is 1, is going to be the value that is assigned to pet age, where is equal to. So, meaning, i-display niya ang name, gender, type, and age, okay, from the table pet where the pet age is equal to whatever is the result of this one. Notice that, recall that that particular query is used earlier, select mean pet age from TBL pet. So this is an example of subquery or nested query. So we have here nested query. So we have a query within a query. So this part is called, or this portion of our query is what we call outer query, and this is inner query. Okay, so let's look into further parang other examples. So let's say we want to know the highest, the most expensive value of our pet. So of course we can do this by select pet name, pet gender, then pet age, and then pet price. Okay, from TBL pet order by pet price, uh, order by pet price descending, and then limit by 1. Tama? So meaning, we sort the data in particular order, which is descending order, but using the price field, and we only limit its record by 1. So this will give us the value of our pet, of the records of that pet, with the most expensive record. So try na to tanawon for DASDE. So DESDE is actually 23 male, and then we have a 43,423. So we have here DSDA male 23, 43,423, which is correct. Okay. So, and we are going to convert this to a subquery. So from TBL pet, where, okay, pet price equals, and then let's have here the subquery. So select uh, max, okay, pet price. So pet price from TBL pet. There. So if you're going to invoke this SQL statement, we're able to display the query. So we can like do this instead of like for an instance, you want to display all the records, you can have it like this one, P dot, the same with what I have shown before, no? So P dot asterisk, meaning all of the fields, sorry, all of the records of that, all of the columns i-display niya, i-project sa screen. And then, we use the alias P to represent the pet, okay? Where, let's try this one. So as you can see, we have here, na-project niya tanan imong information about that particular pet with which is the highest price among all. Okay? Now, another situation will be, what if, okay, what if we're going to display the the pet, no, the pet which is a female dog, which must be parang siya ang highest and at the same time lowest. Siya ang dapat ang gender niya is female, and then iyang type is cat. So meaning to say, what we are going to achieve in this particular na query or situation is dapat aside sa pet price niya is 43,423, but it must be ang gender niya is female, okay? And then female iyang ang gender niya is female, and at the same time ang iyahang type must be dog. So what if inana ang situation, or ang iyahang type must be cat. So how are we going to look for that in our value or in our record? It would be really impossible to look into that, no? Medyo lisod kay na siya pangitaon kasi you'll have to look for every instance of your table, which is sige female tapos dapat dog. And then dapat iyang price is siya ang pinaka among all female na dog, dapat siya ang, meaning na ay instance na female dog which is obviously naatay daghan female dog, pero dapat siya ang pinaka-maximum value. So how are we going to do that? So obviously, lisod kay siya pangitaon based on our list. Imagine if you have like thousands of records now. So kanilang gani medyo na lang tayo 49 rows. What if na kay 1,000 tuples? So this would give us really a headache. So that's why MySQL or scripting, no, using SQL, it's really it's here, and you'll have to really learn the parang from the basic up to the complex queries. So to do that, there are still also a lot of parang um, possible solutions or possible scripts for that. Okay, so but let's see. Let's look into nested query this time, no subquery. Okay, so to do that, we are going to declare. Okay, so we have pet pet where pet price. Okay, and then after that, we are going to use instead. Let's try to use where. Not an auto kung magamit tag where and having. Let's see if both if both are going to work. Sige. So pet price, select max pet price. Okay, and then so since naatay another condition that it, aside from siya ang highest, dapat makapture po nato na it must be a female and it must be a cat. Cat pa to or dog? So anyway, either asa. So select from max pet price from TBL pet where, okay, where pet gender is equal to female and pet, okay, so pet type must be equal to dog. Okay, so dog na lang. All right, so that is our nested query. So whatever is, meaning to say ani, whatever is the result of this query right here, kanina kaning inner query will be the value that it is going to parang as a criterion na ihatag niya sa where pet price. Okay? So, let's see if this one will work. So, sorry for that because it's live. So, as we can notice, since regardless of like, we don't know, I mean, we really don't know kinsan yun na siya. But if we try to look at it, ang i-display or ang i-project sa to ang query is si Yvonne, female, and dog. So, sa kana pa lang na situation, no? Yvonne, female, and dog. So, tanaw na to ang kung tama ba yun na siya na query. So, um, let's display this, uh, all of these pets under sa dog na female. So where select where pet gender is equal to female and pet type is equal to dog. So let's look into our records. So natay 7 ka female dogs. Okay, female dogs yan sila lahat. And then tanaw na to yung prices. So pwede na to i-order by, no? Order by pet price if you want to know jud. So tanaw na to si Yvonne ang pinaka highest among all. And let's look into it. 1015 sa tong query ganina to Yvonne 5 female 8,325 sky green dog, and it's actually identical. I mean, we have come up with the accurate query based on whatever is projected. So it's an evidence, it's a proof that the Subquery, I mean, asa na tong subquery? The subquery, if written as accurate as parang it is, if it's written in an accurate manner, then it is also giving you accurate result. So that makes it, and that's something na dili na kaya sa kadtong limit or something lang. So this will require nested query. Okay, so let's try having. Okay, let's try having. So we have here, so having, so TBL, pet price, having. So let's try to work on with, instead of where, we are going to use having. So having pet gender equals to, no, not this one, where, but right here, sa left, sa outer query na to. So we have here having, so having pet price is equal to blank. So it still work, and that only means that, mm, since we don't use in our outer query of like aggregate functions, we only use the aggregate function rather in a subquery or in an inner query. Therefore, having is also going to work with, I mean, the difference between the where and having is a little bit dili siya. So how do I explain this one? But what I'm trying to elaborate here is that they are pretty much the same, only that we use where instead in the first one, and we use having instead on the first one. But again, take note that when you use where, it has only limitation, especially if you have like aggregate functions here and combination of the like group by and order by. So that's the time you will use having. So you cannot use where, in that situation. So since we don't have like any aggregate function or anything like anything that has parang invoking of any SQL function, aggregate SQL function or order or group by. So having still work because again we use what we call this one, we use nested query. Sir, if can I ask a question? Can I use having without using, if ever, let's say gender, pet age from DBL pet. Will this work, sir? Example lang no, natay situation na I am gonna be using having, okay, instead of, let's say, pet age is greater than 10. So TBL pet from greater than 10. It's still going to work. There's no, I mean, it's not actually a syntax error. So what I have actually said earlier, everything is queryable, only that you must have the right query, okay, based on a certain condition. The right query and the right way of doing it. Parang we as computer science IT students must invoke the right, not only the right query, but the we do or we write the query in a right way of doing it. Kasi na ay mga situations na physically correct pero logically wrong. Especially if we're going to consider now the complexity of our programs, no? I-consider na nato ang time and space complexity. So na mga instances na okay gamiton ang nested query, okay? O kaysa sa let's say mag-join statements na ta, which is mo na ato ang next na topic. Okay? So I guess that would be all for I mean subquery or nested query. So thank you guys for watching this video. Have a great day. See you guys. Uh, see you guys. So have a great day. Bye bye. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.